Welcome everyone to this very unique episode of After the Bell. I am Jeff Meacham here on the Custody Teen Studios YouTube channel, and as you can see, we are still at the Honda Center, live via, what's your camera, Nikon, Jay? Live via Nikon camera, really. No more Kodak. Kodak lost battery, so we're out of battery on that one. But no, yeah, the whole live via Memorex thing is getting old, so I was trying to change it up. Anyway, first time I've ever done this on any of my shows, to my knowledge. I could be wrong, and I'm sure somebody will let me know if I'm wrong, won't you there, Mr. Rift? Live Q&A. Anything you guys want to ask me, I will answer mostly anything. How about that? So I'll start with Jay since he's standing right there behind the camera.
I don't have one. I'm just running stuff.
You're running stuff? Okay, go ahead.
First question. Go ahead. You got a question? Throw it out. Who's first?
Anybody?
I do have a question. Who do you think is going to win at Royal Rumble between CM Punk and Chris Jericho?
CM Punk and Chris Jericho?
Yes.
Who? The match at the moment is CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler.
Well, it is happening because Royal Rumble is the matches where you find out at YouTube is CM Punk and Chris Jericho match.
When do we find this out?
Because I found out on YouTube that they promote the CM Punk and Chris Jericho because that's what's happening right now. So,
I had heard different. I had heard, and I did say on Dads that Randy Orton was going to win the Royal Rumble, but you and JJ talked about Chris Jericho. I broke my finger. I really hurt. If Jericho does indeed come and win the Rumble and challenge Punk at Mania, that will be kind of awesome. But I don't think we're going to have Jericho and Punk at Royal Rumble. I think we're going to have Jericho, Punk and Ziggler like we're planning. So if it does happen, Jericho might win the title. You never know.
Mr. Meacham, I have a question.
Yes, Aaron.
Who do you think would be the first person, if it ever happens, to break Honky Tonk's record?
He's referring to the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Honky Tonk Man, and the longest running Intercontinental Champion of all time. I believe the next long running Intercontinental Champion will be Hornswoggle. Okay, next. I had a feeling. Yes, sir.
Do you foresee a heel turn by Daniel Bryan anytime soon?
I think it's already happened. I really think it's bubbling. It's happening as we speak. I think this whole thing with AJ last week on SmackDown, and he just berated Big Show the whole way up the ramp and into the curtain. I think the heel turn is in motion, and I think come Royal Rumble, which is I believe 2 weeks away, we will have a full-blown heel turn.
Do you think Daniel Bryan is going to hold the title?
A little bit longer. A little louder. Sorry.
I was wondering if you think Daniel Bryan's going to hold the title going into WrestleMania.
That is a good one. We talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the show or not, but we did talk about Bryan holding the championship through Chamber. In a perfect world, Punk will lose in 2 weeks. Much to JJ's idea, which I'm going to steal again on my show. Punk will lose the title to Ziggler in 2 weeks, and then take somebody's spot in the Rumble and challenge Bryan once he wins the Rumble. That would be the best thing ever, and it'd be for the big gold belt, which is one of the longest storied belts in wrestling history. So I think that would be an awesome match in Miami that would totally blow Cena Rock away. Yes, sir.
I have another question. What do you think about Bill Goldberg coming back to Royal Rumble? That's confirmed.
Had not heard that about Goldberg. If he comes back, I hope he self-implodes about 2 seconds into the match. Seriously. Stand his ass. Oh, damn! Look what happened to Goldberg. Botched again. Anyway.
And the other question is, Brock Lesnar's returning to WrestleMania 28. Do you understand? Do you know that match is going to happen?
If Brock comes back, it should be against The Undertaker. We said that last year at this time when he was still fighting the illness. And if Brock is truly retired, he is walking away from UFC, and Dana lets him walk away from UFC. Let's be real about that. We might see him at WrestleMania. I hope so. I like Brock.
The Undertaker finally gets defeated?
No.
Come on.
He has to go to 20. He's got to go 20-0. He's got to go 20-0, man.
That's the rule.
Got to.
No, but like he was saying.
But
Brock, and I'm telling you right now, y'all are here watching this. If somebody does beat The Undertaker, it will be John Cena.
No! Cena! That's blasphemy!
Hey, I don't like the fact that it'll be John. Because I don't want the Undertaker to lose the streak. But if it is somebody that's, well, I'm getting surrounded here. If somebody does end the streak, it will be Cena. It sucks. That's the way it's going.
Do you think Cena's going to turn heel? You think
He doesn't. You know what? You're right. You're right. Undertaker is bald and no beard right now. He needs to retire. You're absolutely right. That's my dad's favorite. He needs to be gone.
Why do people not like John Cena?
I don't understand that. I get that he's been pushed down our throats like Hogan was, like Shawn was when he was champion, and all these guys babyface champions. But if John would go back to this John Cena, the word life John Cena, he'd be much better off. And I guarantee he wants to do that.
Turn him heel.
He wants to turn heel, but I bet you $100 a big man is scared to lose his money to meal ticket.
Well, if the crowd, if everybody starts turning on him, like they're already doing it.
They're already doing it, yeah.
It's a good chance to go back.
I think on WrestleMania we're going to see a very interesting heel turn.
I was going to say, I think what's going to happen is they're leaning towards it, and then at WrestleMania he should snap on The Rock.
Oh yeah.
Like it should be like he looks at the crowd and like gives them the bird. Like he does everything it takes to beat The Rock, but he can't get it done. And then finally, like all his emotion and hate comes out, like, and he just beats The Rock down with the chair or something like that, and he wins the title.
I personally think The Rock is going to win that match and be the champion. Rock will be champion after Mania, but Rock will walk away and they'll have a new championship crown, and they'll get rid of where's that belt? They'll get rid of that damn belt.
Rock
and have a new belt.
Do you think The Rock wants to come back indefinitely yet?
After Mania, he's gone.
He's trying to get his core audience back.
How about y'all back there? Y'all are surrounding me. Anybody have a question back there for me since y'all are watching? No?
What do you think about Brodus Clay?
God damn.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Marcus needs to go extinct. Okay.
That's sad to say.
You know what?
Somebody
Part 2. It was so bogus.
That's what I was thinking.
But
Thank you.
Why you did that? Why you did that? You notice he was going to be the guy to take out Morrison. When I told you before, I'm going to be the one to kill Jomo. Where was he? The business had taken out Morrison, and now he's the Funkasaurus. With, by the way, two girls. One from NXT, Naomi, and the other one was the one who got eliminated from Toughness the first week for liking the Millennial Fox match the most. How does she have a contract before these other people on top?
Damn.
That's what I want to know. Alright. Hey, what's up, man? What do you got for me?
Yeah.
Nothing? You just chilling? Okay, alright. Who else back there? Anybody?
I have another question for you.
Okay.
What I also find out on YouTube that they're going to reveal the mask of Kane because I did surprise behind the mask because that's not the real Kane tonight that is going to be here. But and the real Kane is bald headed. But what if it's Undertaker behind that mask?
It's not.
Because that's what everybody's talking about.
Don't believe everything we read on the internet, my friend. Don't believe you see everything on YouTube. The only thing real on YouTube right now is Jeff Meacham.
What about the dads, man?
Everything involving Jeff Meacham. How about that? Okay, we'll go.
Casa de 18
Studios. Hashtag halfway approved. Okay.
You know what I was gonna say? I think the reason people hate Cena is because what he stands for. I think
what does he stand for?
Cena stands for kind of, in my opinion, him and JBL stand for the downfall of the WWE. Kind of the time where the company went down, because you go from Stone Cold to The Rock to Brock Lesnar to Kurt Angle to John Cena overcoming the odds, bringing it back to like 1980.
Would you really blame John and John though?
No, I don't blame him. I think
because if Brock had not been such a punk and walked away, he'd have been the guy.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying that's what I don't like. I think Cena stands for the PG era. Cena stands like it's not. I don't blame him. I'm saying that's what I think he stands for.
Makes sense. I mean, seems like a box of. John seems like a box of tricks for kids. So
Question. So, I haven't heard anything about the Undertaker coming back. When is the Undertaker coming back?
Undertaker coming back? I don't know.
We're 2 weeks away from Royal Rumble.
I know.
No rumbling the Undertaker.
If he goes to the
is he going to be here tonight?
Excuse me, I have a question. If Undertaker does come back at Mania, is this going to be his last WrestleMania?
She actually asked me that over there. I don't think it will be his last one. No. I think he has to win 20-0. This year's 20, right?
Yeah.
This will be 20 this year. He has to win this one, and then if there is one more, I don't know.
He's not losing.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
Will not be broken.
Lose before hitting
What are
that
the
streak.
chances
He
we
can't
hear
be the one.
Chris Jericho talk tonight?
He better talk to
I'd say about as much chances. I'd say
that
about as big a chance as this drink lasts the next 5 minutes.
Jericho
He's gonna be
talking has a
silent till the
bigger
rumble.
chance than the
He'll be
Cubs
silent till the rumble.
He'll get a microphone and
And
run
he'll.
all
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with my co-host JJ about the Royal Rumble pick. We're gonna talk about this on the show in a couple weeks. Jericho, if he does win the Rumble, he will come out the next night on Raw and then say, "Oh, you guys cheered for me. That's great. Yeah, by the way, F you. I did it for me. Now I'm going to face the champion at WrestleMania."
But I just have a question for you, Jeff. Jericho, he returned he cried on Monday night.
Right.
But we want to know what's wrong with Jericho. Why is he in tears? Because I know the Hall of Fame production ceremony is on March 30th before WrestleMania. So it's because Jericho got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Because he's nervous.
There's not Hall of Fame at all. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
He did. He inducted.
He's not in the Hall of Fame. No, he's not.
Do you think Dolph
Edge was.
Royal Rumble?
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too.
You hope Dolph wins?
I do.
Oh, wow.
I like Punk. I've always liked, not always, I take that back, that's a big fan of life. I've liked Punk for a little while, mostly since the last couple years, since he came to WWE, really. But I like to see Dolph get a shot with the other belt.
Don't you feel like they kind of turned CM Punk into kind of like a Cena-esque, where he was edgy, he was all, and then they kind of tricked us into getting it, and like all of a sudden now he's on the mic, he's not being what he was promised to be. That's how I kind of feel about Punk. Like
I do believe they ruined the storyline with him, but I do think that they are trying to still push him as the Stone Cold type, the rebellious against the establishment. And Rumble's going to be interesting because they have Laurinaitis in there as the referee. They got a hungry Dolph Ziggler who really wants to prove that his World Championship reign earlier last year was not a fluke. And I think that I think Dolph will walk away with it. Shenanigans, but he'll walk away with the title.
Will they ever get out of the PG era?
Yes.
Yeah?
They will. When Mattel stops making the toys.
Jack's Pacific. Jack's Pacific. Jack's Pacific.
I have another question. How come with the success of the UFC and the 18 to 34, do you think that has hurt the WWE and that's why they dropped their demographics?
Tremendously. That is the exact reason why.
And I just think that there's money with the 18 to 34. Look at the Money in the Bank. It did better than any other pay-per-view outside of WrestleMania. And then it was because it was around CM Punk being a rebel, and we didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't predictable.
Yep. Well, I mean, you had to know he was going to win.
Yeah.
You had to know he had already re-signed, but we were there today. Where's Aaron? Myself and JJ and a stat boy and our other co-host friend Ray were in Vegas the night Punk got that promo. We were blown away. And we had no idea how much of that made air until we got home and watched the DVR. Oh my God, the whole thing made air. Holy. And that was the first time in a minute I've been actually sucked in by something on TV. And then they threw it away within a month.
That was the first pay-per-view I ordered since WrestleMania. In like 5 years.
That was better than Mania.
That was way better.
Money in the Bank was the best pay-per-view last year.
It's the only other pay-per-view I ordered than Mania too.
Yeah. We get the big four at Casa 18. Very rarely do we get another one, but Money in the Bank intrigued us so, and because we were there for the real launch pad of that pay-per-view, we were like, we gotta get this.
Plus, we weren't going to be able to order SummerSlam because we were going to be there. So
True.
we kind of swapped Money in the Bank for SummerSlam.
And another question.
Sir.
Why do you think the WWE doesn't want to sign guys from the independents like an ROH that are ready, that are there, but instead they push these guys that are extremely raw and then they continuously fail? Like guys like Davey Richards, Kevin Steen, they're all ready. They've wrestled all over.
Get them.
They're all ready. I go to PWG.
There we go!
I go to PWG.
And I talk to the wrestlers, and I'm like, how come you're on here, but you know, like guys like Jack Swagger, guys that are just not ready to be there are being pushed down our throats, and then guys that are like wrestled all over the world, cutting them, the Young Bucks, how come they're not?
I can answer that for you right now, and I know Jeff will give the exact same answer because the WWE didn't create them.
They are all about the homegrown talent, with the rare exception of a few people, like sorry for the B word, Chris Benoit, like like Eddie Guerrero, like a Chris Jericho, but mainly, I mean, look at the top guys that have been WWE or World Champion: Hogan, Brett, Shawn.
Savage.
Yeah. Austin was a WCW castaway, but then he came to WWE and showed what he could do.
There was the ECW promo that showed what he could do.
Exactly. The Rock, Hunter, Cena, Punk after leaving Ring of Honor.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Exactly. Those guys, and you notice Ric Flair when he came to WWE the first time as the champion, got
and then
stuff like that.
Oh, he was. I remember I was a kid. I didn't take him serious at all.
Exactly.
The gray hair guy from WCW.
Exactly. The greatest example I can see of it going against the grain and maybe doing something outside of what we never expected is Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
He was Ring of Honor's boy for years, and then toiled in the Indies for 10 years, and now he's world champion. So,
do you honestly feel he'd be where he is in the company right now if he wasn't a Shawn Michaels student?
That's a good question.
And why is Claudio Castagnoli still in FCW?
Because he changed his name and watered it down.
Come on, that guy is so ready.
Exactly why. He's so ready. Him and Chris were both ready. I don't know why they didn't sign Chris.
Because Triple H cares about what you look like, I guess, right? The guy doesn't have the look.
What's wrong with Hero's look? Seriously.
I know.
He's got the look right there. He's on his shirt.
Yeah, that's
seriously. That was Chris Hero right there. What's wrong with that look? Seriously.
I have a question. Will we ever see Colt Boom Boom Cabana?
Oh, yeah.
They blew that chance. They had Colt and they blew it. The best time to bring him back would have been when Punk mentioned his name on the air. It could have been Punk, Colt, and the Kings.
Can you imagine if Punk came out with the guys from ROH? Some guys they just brought in and they had like this evil smile looking straight at Triple H, and Punk was like, "Listen, we're not good enough for you," and stuff. How over that would have been.
I would love nothing more than for Davey Richards to walk out here tonight or back east when they go to Boston or whatever and just drop Hunter on his head. I'd love that. Davey and Jay Lethal and the Briscoes, all four of them, just guzzle Hunter.
I got with Jeff. What happened to the guy that signed for Tough Enough? Now he's still in Florida. What's up with that?
He's green. He's green as grass, dude.
That's right here. He's still green.
He's green as hell.
He failed a drug test over there.
Yeah, that too. That didn't help his problem.
No.
Green, failed a drug test. I like what you did there.
I know. What's up with that?
Yeah. When's Seth Rollins?
Unfortunately, what's that?
When's Seth Rollins gonna debut?
You know what? I love Seth Rollins. I love Tyler Black. I liked him when he was with Gorilla. I liked him when he was in Ring of Honor. They should have brought him up already. And again, another example of a guy that could have been brought up as part of Punk's New Revolution.
Yeah, imagine. I was thinking, what if Evan Bourne and Daniel Bryan came out and they both? I was thinking if they both won the Money in the Bank, and then Vince calls them out, and then they both look at Vince, and then they kick him in the head. It's like it would end the show like that, and then they would go off. How they were too little.
The greatest storyline that never happened was something like that with Revolution. Seriously, the video games do better than the WWE. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. We were playing the video game. They have a storyline in WWE 12 now where Sheamus, Barrett, Regal, and Drew come together as the United Kingdom. Yeah. And awesome. That's the first thing you do in storyline mode. You become a villain, and you're one of those four guys in the match. It's incredible. It's like, why can't WWE do this crap? It's amazing what they do. If they did half the stuff we see in video games, on the message boards or anything, WWE would be whooping UFC's ass.
I gotta say, that storyline was so epic. I went onto YouTube and downloaded the United Kingdom Titantron and entrance theme.
Is it on there?
Legit.
And you haven't shown me that yet? What's wrong with you?
You know what's funny is I talked to Chris Masters outside the SummerSlam Fan Expo.
So did we.
So did I too.
And he told me that he was not ready at the time they pushed him, and that he was extremely green, and that like once he got better. I was on the video. He was a masterpiece.
We were on there too.
We were talking. Yeah, we talked, and I was pretty much telling him, and he was saying the exact same thing as me. He even said I was smarter than a writer. At that point, I was like, man, I feel good about it.
We are all our own biggest supporters, and I tend to, I don't call myself better than these writers on WWE TV right now, but some of the stuff they come up with is just absolute bullshit.
Well, they set guys up to fail, and then they push them too fast, and then nobody hears about it. You know, like Punk can't have his moment. Del Rio comes out of SummerSlam with 50-year-old Kevin Nash limping. That totally killed everything.
That was awful. Any other questions?
I still marked out for that.
Yeah.
Why do they hate John Morrison so much?
Because John Morrison and Melina snubbed Trish at WrestleMania last year.
And you can't do a promo.
That's it.
I hear
Morrison's promos are god awful.
He's terrible.
He always has been. He can work a blue streak, but his talking sucks. Notice when they were partners, the Miz did most of the talking for that team.
Well, why don't they have managers? That's what used to get guys over.
They don't believe in managers anymore. They haven't for the longest time.
Instead of just somebody that screams and yells and automatically going to get hate, anybody could get Vicky Guerrero.
There's the sign of the night
I
right
hate
there.
signs. I hate signs.
We gotta get this sign on camera.
Come on here, come on here, come on here.
Come over here.
Come on here, right here.
Come here.
Sign of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate signs.
I hate signs. There we go.
So you guys mind SummerSlam?
Are we in?
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Okay, right here.
There we go. I hate signs.
You can make them the video game, right?
I hate signs.
Thank you.
You hate them, huh?
I hate signs. I'm in the second row. That's for sure.
They're all down.
Hate signs. Hate them all.
Are we really? Okay, that's all right. Hi, buddy. What's up?
Let me see that.
I love you too.
Oh, my God.
I think you know what? I think we'll wrap it up from there. Dylan, come here.
Look at that.
Y2J.
Say this has been after the bell.
Y2J back, Jericho.
Say this is after the bell.
This is Catherine.
Oh, they're
We'll
all
see you next time.
Yeah, we gotta get down there and